Men who like to keep their morning routine simple will love these Multi4Him gummies, specially formulated with 12 key nutrients designed to support men's daily nutritional needs. Nature-made Multi4Him gummies help support muscle and bone health. It improves your immune health, and it increases your energy metabolism. With the quality you can trust, nature-made Multi4Him gummies have no artificial flavors, no synthetic dyes, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial sweeteners, and is gluten-free. Pharmacists around the world have recommended Nature Made to be the #1 vitamin and supplement brand. So when you need something that's going to help you get you through the day, when you need something that's going to increase your energy to help you get you through that workout, to make you perform as an elite athlete at the top of your ability, try Nature Made Multi4Him gummies, because you don't want to stop
to the 12th round.
Welcome to the Terror Dome. You should be heading home, cause you could bring all of your ninjas and the Technodrome. I rip right through your flesh and bone and mental capacity. Flood your mind with atrocities and copious tragedies. This dark Sabbath is a lesson in street. Behold the church of the ghetto, feel the words when I preach. Amen. Let the Lord say a prayer for they don't end up in front of someone banging their trigger. Living life like a war pig. Fuck the law, I'm getting mine. Let the others figure what the cost is. Purchasing the fortress on gorgeous acres enormous. Car park full of foreigners and women just waiting on us. We living the dream. Y'all living like hell is earthbound. We are not the same. You've been a lame since birth, pal. I don't feel sorry. I recommend they go dirt bound. Doggy dog world, and you've been looking like Chuck Brown.
Well, beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, if you see this man in a dark alley, run for your life, he will beat you up and throw you in the trash can. Or put you in the trunk of the car. He is the green-eyed bandit. He fights people. Sometimes he bites people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler. And he can whoop your daddy ass, the one and only Roosevelt, the fighter. What's that?
What's going on, bro? What's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to start the show off like this. But we have to start the show off like this. A couple of days ago, we had a passing in the family. Bobby Horn, a.k.a. Sir Mo from Men on a Mission, has transitioned on to the afterlife. For those who are not familiar with Bobby Horn, he was one half of the WWF Tag Team Champions Men on a Mission, along Big Daddy V, Viscera, King Mabel. He was an uncle. He was a mentor. He was a phenomenal individual on this planet. I first met him in 2015 at a wrestling event, and I remember the day vividly. I spoke to my son's mother when we was together at the time, when I said, "Yo, that's Sir Mo over there." And she's like, "Who?" And I said, "Yo, it's legendary. Like, that's Mo." I said, "I want him to watch my match." Then I went up to him, I spoke to him, I said, "How you doing, sir? I would love for it if you watch my match, give me some feedback after the match." And I had another event after. So immediately after my match, I had to get in the car and drive off to the next thing. And I got dressed after my match and I ran off. And I went up to him. I said, what'd you think? He was like, "Oh, it was great. You moved really well out there, da da da." And I immediately felt like it was a blow off, because you meet a lot of veterans, a lot of legends, and they'd say, "Oh yeah, he was great." And I was like, "Oh man, he didn't want to tell me, I was bad." And I got in the car. And my son's mother handed me a picture. He autographed the picture. He gave an autographed picture to give to me. And he wrote on the back, "Great job wrestling Messiah, Black Jesus." And from that moment, I was always Black Jesus to him. And when I finally got a chance to go and work for him in Texas and, have different opportunities and going out to Germany because of him, and it's a heavy loss, to say the least, because that was unk to me. You know what I'm saying? So I usually don't get bothered by passing, but this one aggravated me a little bit, because I have the mindset that we don't belong to each other, we belong to God, And while we're here, we celebrate each other, we make memories, and rest in peace to Sir Mo. I'm gonna continue to beat people up because he would always say, you Roosevelt, you the man who likes to fight, so go out there and fight everybody. So that's what I'm gonna do for Uncle Mo. I'm gonna go out there and fight everybody. So once again, rest in peace, Bobby Horn, and we'll see you down the road.
Absolutely, man. One thing that I do want to acknowledge is right before Mo's passing, when we had the first Mall Mania event, we wanted to honor Sir Mo for everything that he's done, not because he was ill at the time, but just because of the impact that he's had on the wrestling business from a lot of the wrestlers that we were coming in contact with that we've had on this show that said, hey, man, Sir Mo was a big influence on me. Sir Mo helped me out when I needed it. Sir Mo did my first travel show outside the state. Sir Mo fronted the bill for my airplane or my rental car, my hotel. Like, the impact that he's had on the local wrestling scene and the impact that he's had to the people who's trained him and the people that can say, I'm a Bobby Horn guy, I'm a Sir Mo guy. I think that has some weight into it. So thank you, Sir Mo, I haven't had the direct connection or direct opportunity to speak with him other than Messenger. We messaged each other, but for Sir Mo to, kind of accept the podcast and just give us pointers and show us love and repost our stuff, man, I will forever be grateful for that. So shout out to Sir Mo. Long live Sir Mo. You know what I'm saying? And, we're going to miss you, man. And I know a lot of people are hurt right now just because of your passing, but the amount of people that you've touched and the influence that you've left on this world will not be forgotten. So thank you, Sir Mo. And long live Sir Mo, man. Long live Sir Mo. Absolutely.
There is a it's like a GoFundMe. They're trying to put together some money for funeral expenses to bring him home to North Carolina to be buried next to his mom. So if you guys would like to donate or whatever you're able to do, or even just share it, it's share.spotfund.com. It has been put together by Jessica Maldonado. We will have it on the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast Facebook page. If you guys want to go to the link or share the link, every little thing is helpful. Mo was one of those guys who he would give you his last dime and then try to figure out whatever he needed to do for his own bills. So it's only right that we do whatever we can for him because he did everything he could for everyone else.
For everybody. Yeah, so shout out to Sir Mo. All right, we got, I know when people see it's going to be controversial already. At first when he came on, I was like, who the heck is this? It threw me off a little bit. I did not know who this was. Please announce yourself. It says Fire Triple H. Please announce yourself.
What's going on, y'all? It's the villain. I'm back.
Oh man, I felt a chill down my spine. Pure Evil just came onto the show. What's happening, Pete?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Oh man, we good, man. It's Fire Triple H already. Boy, you come with the mess. Boy, you come with the mess. Put a profile picture on the thing. I don't see no white circle.
No blank screen.
Blank space. Yeah. Let people know who he is, who you ain't. The world famous LP is in the building. It's been a while, Pete, man. You've been planning your show. How is everything going?
Slowly but surely, man. You know how that go.
Yeah. You excited about it?
I'll be excited when it's over.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Tell the people what you guys going on.
Man, of course, is all doing photo shoots, same old. But I got a fashion show, a lingerie fashion show November the 8th in Raleigh, North Carolina. So right now I'm working on that, and I'm actually working on a couple of other things too. So that's why I just kind of really been caught up. I'm working on 3 events at the same time.
Boy, you're brave. You're brave. You hear me? Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all go check out LP and everything that he got going on. His events absolutely shut down the city and they always sell out. Make sure y'all go support the boy LP and everything that he got going on. So, yeah, I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited and I'm proud of you because you make moves by yourself. You don't wait on nobody. You don't wait for approval. You don't have all the pieces together when you get started, but you always put things together where it need to be. And that is a very challenging task, man. So you were very talented in that fact. And if anybody knows about LP's productions, man, he definitely does it up to the T. So I'm excited to see what you do, my friend.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, send that flyer over to Roosevelt so you can upload it and we can show the people at the end of the show.
Okay,
but yeah, man, you came with the heat. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you came, your name, Fire Triple H. I think it is pertinent to do it. I know we haven't done it in a long time, but you came in hot, so I want to do it. It's been a long time since we've done this. Beautiful people, prepare yourself for a little tough talk with LP.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my!
All right, Pete. So we're gonna touch on a couple of things, man. First of all, your handle says Fire at Triple H. Please give an explanation, sir.
Man, there's a fungus. There's a foot fungus, a butt fungus,
Not a foot fungus.
a toenail fungus, any kind of fungus you can think of right now in WWE, and his name is Triple H. Like, I think we all been watching wrestling our whole entire lives, pretty much. That's what we'll be doing. We in our 40s, and I know I'm in my 40s. I know you in your 40s. I think Roosevelt, you in your 40s, right?
Yeah, we all in our 40s.
Yeah.
So speak for your old ass selves. I'm 39, sir.
Oh, that's right. You ain't 40 yet.
I'm a baby. Yeah.
My bad. But we've been watching it our whole lives, man, and this is some of the worst booking I've ever seen in my life. It's so crazy. And Triple H is to blame, man. Triple H needs to be fired. I don't even know who needs to replace him. And it ain't the Triple H. His whole regime, Road Dogg, that his whole squad, they need to get fired, man. It's just fumble after fumble after fumble that this man, he fumbled John Cena's heel turn, the biggest heel turn since Hulk Hogan. Fumbled. He fumbled R-Truth. Y'all say fire R-Truth. Y'all bring back R-Truth. He's Ron Killings. Then let's go back to R-Truth without no explanation, no nothing. He fumbled Bray Wyatt's return. Let's not forget about Bray Wyatt's return was also under Triple H, one of the greatest wrestler returns. CM Punk. Have y'all seen CM Punk? Because that ain't the CM Punk I remember. That's not the CM Punk who goes against the grain and goes against that's not the sit down and drop a pipe bomb promo CM Punk. He fumbled the New Day. As much as I talked about the New Day went heel. For what reason? And now they back to what I don't even know what the hell the New Day got on. It's so many things that relate.
You would think that they were widows.
They're grieving, man. Let them boys grieve. They're grieving.
Man, they grieving for their career, bro. Come on, man. Like, yeah, they got to do something. Yeah. I'm tired of watching Kofi in pantyhose and tight leggings and weird hats, Beyonce hats. You know what I'm saying? Just
and it ain't got no purpose. It ain't got. They wasn't even trying to get the tag belts back. You know, it's funny that I forgot I had tag belts until last week when the boys lost them. They ain't defended the belts number like once. So it's like Triple H. People talk that trash about Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon had his flaws. Yes, Lord, he had his flaws. But the man, they got logos on the tables. They got a Slim Jim logo on the daggone table.
Yeah,
like,
it's a Slim Jim table, man. Gotta
come
make that
on,
money.
man. Come on, bro. Like,
Because you can snap into a Slim Jim when you slam somebody through the table. Yeah, oh yeah.
that man has not made and it's so funny because we went from WrestleMania a couple years ago to now. What is WrestleMania gonna look like coming up? It's gonna be trash. Like they ain't got nothing. Are you excited about anything right now in WWE? Like they won't push LA Knight. They won't push Carmelo. You know, and I ain't even an NXT guy like you guys, but I seen the potential in Carmelo Hayes. They ain't doing nothing with him. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when those other black guys from NXT come over here, it's a wrap. They look good over there in NXT, but they better stay. If I were them, I would stay at NXT. If I was a wrestler, especially a black wrestler, I wouldn't even want to come to WWE. Not right now. Let me come a little bit later on. Cause I would not want to come. And the last thing I'll say before I let you guys have it. Jey Uso is cool, but come on, bro. Y'all had already proved that Jey Uso is not that guy. Y'all giving him another title shot with come on, man. Come on, man. What are we doing, man? Yeet your ass up out of here because that mess didn't work.
Let that man get his yeet on, man.
Oh man. That was another tough talk from your boy. LP. Hold on, we got a message from the Best Damn Crew. Freddie, attack. Miss you guys. Mom Mania can't come fast enough. You damn right, Freddie. We excited. We read it like Freddie. You hear me? Yeah, absolutely. LP, you had some valid points. You had some very valid points, although they might be a little on the controversial side. But my question to you is, and I know we spoke about African American wrestlers and representation in wrestling for years now. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you guys another question, a real question. And since Freddie just popped in, it just makes sense to me. It seems like WWE really doesn't know what to do with their luchadors and their Hispanic talent. And it's been a while since we've seen a wrestler who is of Latin descent win a championship. I think the last person was Damian Priest, who was Puerto Rican. But do you think that WWE has a luchador problem? Do you think that they have a problem pushing black and brown talent? I'm going to ask that question to the man who's actually wrestled for the company before. I mean, we just saw the fumble with Andrade, and to the point where they had to go back and reissue the clause, the 90-day clause for their talent.
Clause on him, right?
Yeah, he came out that I thought he had the clause, and he just automatically popped up on AEW TV with Don Callis and them, and then they was like, "Oh no, what you doing? You can't just leave and join the competition like that." But you know, they fumbled the ball with Andrade and they fumbled the ball with Santos Escobar. Do you think that they have a problem?
I think WWE's problem is that they don't know what to do. And I think their biggest problem is they got too many. There's too many of us. So they're like, well, if we push all of them, we got no more room for the you know the YTs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, they just don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're gonna end up having black on black, Latino on Latino, which you should have the luchadors kind of wrestle each other because that's the style. You know what I'm saying? They can match that style. You can do the contrast of styles of a luchador versus somebody like a Chad Gable, who did a phenomenal job wrestling a luchador. So I think, I don't know, I think some behind the scene things is happening that they're like, oh well, maybe not this kind of, maybe not this match. And then they're putting themselves, they back themselves into a corner because they've acquisitioned AAA. They pretty much got TNA. And then they got WWE and NXT, and they're like, man, we got all these people. What the hell are we supposed to do with them?
Produce content. Produce content. I think that they are really pushing forward to have a more pay-per-view style matches. It really seems like it's a pay-per-view every month, and it wasn't like that before. It was honestly, it was a pay-per-view maybe it seems like it's every week, don't it?
Every week, because there's one this Saturday, and they just had one last week.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I really feel like it's a money and content play. But at the end of the day, if you just acquired two companies who are your competition, whether you see that as competition or not, TNA has a really solid brand. They have some really solid players, and they have a really solid show. AAA has some really solid key players, some great personalities, and it caters to the love of the luchador style wrestling. And I really feel like corporate AAA is not going to be the same as the AAA of old. For instance, when WWE acquired ECW, the ECW that WWE acquired was completely different from the ECW that we fell in love with. When WWE acquired WCW and brought in some of the talent, and they even tried to do some shows where the WCW talent was against WWF at the time, but they were still trying to do WCW style wrestling at one point, and it did not work out. So I think that AAA is going to, of course, face the same troubles that the other companies have faced once they became acquisitioned. I think AAA is in a better position because they have some control over their product, and they still has exclusivity with their talent, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know if WWE, for instance, I know we saw the behind the scenes documentary that WWE did. What was the name of the documentary?
Unreal.
If you look at the writers' table, there is no diversity in the writers' table. There's one questionable black dude. I'm not sure how deep in the culture he is, but you have one brother, and there was no diversity. There was no there were no women at all in the room, which I absolutely think there should be some women, because women are some of the best storytellers right now, and that helps to show why a lot of the women's storylines are so recycled and redundant.
Yeah.
Can you be my friend? Oh, you're not my friend no more. Oh, you're my mentor. Oh, you're not my mentor no more. Like, the stories, the women can do so much better if they get the right material. If they get the right material, you put the right players in place, the women can tell amazing stories. But you need a woman in the room to be able to voice certain changes. You need some Hispanic people in the room to tell you about lucha and how things should look and how they should go. You need some brothers in the room to say, hey, I can advocate for Montez Ford. I advocate for Carmelo Hayes. I can advocate for Trick Williams. And you're right, LP. I think that once a lot of these talents can come up, and we talked about this before, Roosevelt, about Javon Evans, amazing talent, great friend of the show. You know him personally. Javon Evans is an absolute star in the making and a stud. I don't know if they are going to know what to do with Javon Evans because he doesn't talk like the rest of the wrestlers. He is very comfortable in his dialect, and to break him out of that is going to be challenging. And so they're going to be putting him in the pigeonhole where he becomes, maybe, if he comes to main roster, he's going to be in the tag team maybe. He's going to be mid-card. They're not going to know how to really push Javon Evans, where Javon Evans has that fire behind him, and organically people have drafted to Javon Evans. Now, are they going to package Javon Evans the way that he needs to be packaged so that he can become the megastar that he is? I don't know. We'll see. But Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Obafemi, Jada Parker, Last Legend. Obviously, I'm naming a bunch. I mean, Lola Vice. When she comes up, are they going to know what to do with Lola Vice?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and to be honest with you, I'll take my hat off to Shawn Michaels, man. He knows what to do with the black and brown talent.
Well, the main thing with that is they have a lot of people in PC that is assisting with a lot of the talent. The ones that's on the main roster, they don't go to the PC very much, if even any. So they don't really have anybody. They don't have road trainers. The NXT have trainers that are right there in PC. They can say, "Yo, do this, do that." I just read that TJ Perkins just went down there as he's been brought back to the PC as a guest host, coach. So he's going to be able to help with a lot of the luchadors that they have, with AAA and everything else. So I think that's the biggest thing. I think that would make the biggest difference for WWE. If they got some coaches that were road coaches that could help the guys that are on WWE, then that'll give the writers a lot more a better idea of what to do with them and how to put these matches together, because they can see it a lot better and they can get some more insight from the coaches who can say, "Yo, this one and this one can do this." You know what I'm saying? And then they can write it in a certain way, so that way they don't have to recycle everything. Because even with Seth Rollins, I saw where they somebody did a comparison of when he turned his back on Roman Reigns and formed his own faction with J&J Security. And then he messed around and won the Money in the Bank. He cashed in. He got the championship. He defended his title against the main person that beat him. And then he ended up getting injured and having to drop the belt. Same thing happened all over again. So it's like, is it recycle? Is it Seth Rollins' bad luck? You know what I'm saying? Is Seth Rollins running into some bad luck because you had the same thing happen to you the same way, and you really can't write that too much.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
So multiple times. Yeah. And shout out. Well, I guess, I mean, Seth Rollins, his real name is Kobe Lopez. That Lopez came from somewhere. So he got some brown. He got some brown in there somewhere. Shout out to Kobe Lopez, aka Seth Rollins. But that's a real question. And this is not a race thing. It's more of a cultural thing. Of, can you keep the culture of certain characters alive when they go mainstream and change? For instance, I know that the Samoan culture is prevalent, but when you see the Roman Reigns and the Jey Usos and the Jacob Fatus and all of those, they have those reminiscences of their culture, but it's not forward leaning like it used to be.
Right, like the Usos. The
Like the
Usos
Usos, when the Usos
had
used
the
to come
garment
out,
and everything.
yeah,
Now they just regular street guys.
yeah, they black dudes. they brothers. You saw they brothers. The Usos, like he was saying, the Usos used to come out with a face paint. They used to have the colorful adornments. The outfits had markings of their traditions, and now all of that is on their ink and some of their movements, which is a homage to some of their family members, like their father Rakishi and Yokozuna and so forth and so on. But they're not being culture forward like they used to be. You know what I'm saying? Sheamus used to be very culture forward. Now he's not. I mean, he's still Sheamus, banger after banger. But he's not pushing the Irish thing, the Irish character anymore.
Right.
I mean, he just was when he had the hat on and the bar fights and all that stuff. But a lot of people's identities are in where they come from and the cultures that they connect with. And then when you strip them from that, then they become almost blank when they're trying to figure out who they are, what their character is, where they should go, how they should wrestle, how they should act, so forth and so on. I'm gonna tell the story real quick of you, Roosevelt, and how you transitioned over to Roosevelt. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you tell that story, then I'm gonna chime in on how you developed it. But you used to go by Victor Andrews. Everybody knew you for years as Victor Andrews. We loved you as Mr. Everything Victor Andrews. And something happened where you got booked for a SOAR event and you were like, hey, they messed up on the graphic. I'm going to call Unc Sir Mo and see if they can change it. And what did he tell you?
Unc said, I'm not changing it. Be mad, cut a promo about it. And I was like, well, dang, this is kind of messed up. Huh? Okay.
Absolutely.
And the moment I did, it felt so natural. You know what I'm saying? Because it was me. It wasn't me being a character. It was me. And ever since then, I've been scaring the hell out of everybody. But it worked. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that, Unc was seeing somebody and he would forcefully, but not forcefully, put you in that direction because he's like, yo, try that. You know what I'm saying? Without telling you to try it, he would just put you in that position like you had no choice but to try it. And either way, it was either going to work or it wasn't going to work. But go ahead, continue what you were saying, Brian.
Yeah, so in this case, it ended up working, man, because you ended up taking on the persona of Roosevelt. You started adding pieces of your culture to your character, the Brownsville bully kind of culture, the suit wearing, and then being very dramatic, the New York swag. You really started adding all of those pieces of your upbringing and your culture into your character of what you have now. And now the final presentation is Roosevelt, and now everybody's scared shitless of you, and I don't know why. They won't scared of Mr. Everything, but they scared of Roosevelt. And I don't know what that is about. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't have the representation in the room, I think that questions and inquiry and doing a little bit of historical reference to some of these people and where they draw their inspiration from would definitely help develop their characters. And in turn, you have key players that you can place and tell different types of stories. Because we feel like all the stories are told. That's why we see a lot of stuff that's recycled, but it is not. There are plenty of stories left to tell. And whenever you have a very diverse group of people in a locker room, you can tell those stories. You know what I'm saying? I know for the Mall Mania event, I looked at it, and our event is heavily on the African American side, that wasn't intentional. It's just a lot of great wrestlers. They just so happen to be African American, you know what I'm saying? In the area that we were looking at. But also being able to tell different stories and then adding different people to that have different cultures. Like for instance, when we started bringing up Maverick and you know he started shaping his character to who he is now and kind of developed into this like Yakuza like boss character, which is really cool. But he brings a certain element to the shows and can tell stories and really gives a lot of depth into his culture and who he is through his character work. You know what I'm saying? So having a good, diverse group of people is always good. Having women and the voices of women being heard is always good because you can tell new stories and you can put things together that you normally wouldn't have because our brains are only capable of reproducing what we've seen and what we've heard.
Right.
And then, so if you in charge and you only had certain limited life experiences, you can't imagine how somebody's life is that's completely different from yours. It has different experiences and different slangs and interactions. You know what I'm saying? And you can't expect somebody who doesn't understand that to want to put it on their product and bring it to the masses of people because they're going to feel like everybody doesn't understand just like they don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I.e., when a Javon Evans comes, how are you going to place him in matches? How are you going to place him on main event cards? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to position him for success when historically the talent like that, like a Javon Evans, like a Ricochet, like a Carmelo Hayes, they're getting buried. Quote unquote, I hate to say. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to the villain of the Best Damn Wrestling podcast, man. LP, what do you think WWE can do differently in introducing these new characters of diversity? And do you think that AEW does a better job with their presentation of Black and Hispanic and wrestlers from all the cultures? LP.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I really think if what Triple H said months and months ago, he was like, "I don't see color," which that was a bullshit response. But let's say he really didn't, as in treat the wrestlers based on their skills and not by the color of their skin or whatever like that, and we wouldn't be having none of this. If they let the Black people and Hispanic people just be Black and Hispanic and wrestle, it's not gonna be any different. It will still be good shows. Look back at WCW days when you had your boy Conan. Conan was the most Hispanic guy you could ever put in the wrestling ring. He was like super duper Hispanic, but he still put on. They didn't really separate him. You know what I'm saying? He still was able to do his thing and not be put in a Hispanic box. You know what I'm saying? Because they really didn't have a whole lot of Hispanic wrestlers. Look at Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero is another example of that, where you just let Eddie Guerrero be Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie Guerrero could wrestle against The Rock. He could wrestle Triple H. You know what I'm saying? I think the problem is they're trying too hard to think that they have to do that, and that's why they don't know what they're doing. Treat Carmelo Hayes not as a Black wrestler, but treat Carmelo Hayes as a wrestler and let him do his thing. Because when you try to control the narrative of let's make him like a Black wrestler or whatever, that's where I think they fail. I think AEW does a better job at it. I mean, AEW has its problems too, but like what they're doing for the Hurt Syndicate, they're kind of letting them do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to, I guess what WWE, if you look at all the Black wrestlers on WWE, Like they're not letting not one of them get shine. There isn't a there now the TV time. Yeah, Carmelo Hayes get his TV time. R-Truth, when he is there, he get his TV time. The New Day, they get their TV time, but we're not talking about TV time. Like who's actually shining right now? You know, you look in the past where we had The Rock, even though The Rock ain't really counts black, but if you want to say The Rock, we still have Booker T. Booker T would always get his shine.
How dare you, sir?
Come on, that's a whole nother argument. The Rock don't even consider himself black, so we're not even gonna use that. And two, you want to talk about what you guys were saying earlier? How when you talking about the Samoan culture, how they don't show that culture because they have them acting like black people. Jacob Fatu, they really changed him when he first got there to made him extra. They made him Bad News Brown. They pretty much, you know what I'm saying? They pretty much made Jacob. It's like they told Jacob Fatu act extra black. You know what I'm saying? The Usos, they don't act like Samoans. They act black. So I think with all the Samoans, they give them a black kind of I don't know what the word I would use for that. But the black horde,
yeah.
But the actual black people themselves, they're not letting them do what they need to do. So my whole thing with the whole NXT thing is one of the reasons why I think I don't like NXT is because I don't think development should be televised. Like if y'all watch NXT, so when y'all see a character from NXT coming to WWE, y'all already know what you expect or you know what you might get. When they was going to OPW and all that kind of stuff, when they came over, we never heard of Brock, we never heard of John Cena, we never heard of Batista. They was over there in OPW. We didn't get to see OPW stuff. So when OPW, yeah. So when they came over to the main roster, they were just wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? Until they end up becoming who they were. Most of them didn't even come over here and be the same character. Where maybe Brock when he first. But like, I think they should just let those wrestlers, or if they do come from the main roster, bring the vignettes back. You know what I'm saying? The vignettes were some of the best things that wrestling never had. Like if you got, instead of trying to make it a shock appearance, build it up a little bit. When's the last time they built somebody up? The last time they built somebody up was that guy that beat Roosevelt up, and then
Hey, watch your mouth.
The Vermeer, whatever his damn name was.
You can't even say the man's name.
Veer Mahan.
How good was his beat up? You can't even say his name. Damn it! You can say my name very well. Now who winning?
He beat you so bad. I try not to think about it sometimes. I try to erase his name.
Whatever.
But like I really think. It's crazy when you watch WWE now and you see the shape that it's in, and it's like, how did they get there? Like, how are y'all not able to look at the stuff y'all used to do? Like, I posted a thing on my TikTok, and I meant to put it in the inbox so y'all gotta get posted. And I posted the Attitude Era, like all the wrestlers from the Attitude Era, and I posted on one of my TikToks. And a lot of people said people can say what they want to about Vince Russo and all these other people. Everybody, whether they were A-list, B-list, or C-list, every one of the wrestlers in the Attitude Era was household names. Even people just I need to put that picture. I need to put that picture because look, let me tell you. I see the face you're making, but let me tell you this. There
was a lot of duds in the Attitude Era too, bro.
I'm not gonna say it's 100%, but I'm gonna give you a prime example. You think people didn't know who the Godfather was? The Godfather The Godfather was probably between C and B list. That whole train, that whole gimmick, Spike Dudley. I know people that remember Spike Dudley. You remember everybody had a storyline of some kind. They didn't just wrestle. So of course, yeah, they had some duds, but majority of the people, they were household names. These wrestlers now, ain't nobody know. I don't even know all the members of the Bloodline now. I just know it's short, fat one, tall, fat one. and don't even know these Negroes, bro. Like, why they bringing them in, and then did somebody come back before, like, who cares? Like, really, Tonga Loa, like, come on, bro. Like, don't nobody know these wrestlers, man.
Well, I have to make a correction, because I said that WWE had the trouble with booking their black and brown stars. I will say that on the women's division, the women have been killing it, and so Raquel has been killing it on TV. But Stephanie Vaquer, who is our champion right now, she has probably had one of the fastest meteoric rises to fame that any wrestler, period, man or woman, has. From her coming into NXT, obviously she's wrestled all around the world, but she came to NXT, became North American champion, then ended up winning both belts, beating Julia to become to have both belts, and then came to main roster and became a champion in no time. You know what I'm saying? So she's probably had one of the best careers. So I can't say not everybody, but when it comes to the men, I think that they have an issue with. Now Dominic right now, I mean, that's arguable too. Dominic is Hispanic, but his father is Rey Mysterio. And Dominic has been putting in work, but he wouldn't have got that work if it wasn't for Rey Mysterio, one of the greatest luchadors of all time. So,
Nepo, Yeah, Nepo baby.
Yeah. Now we've been calling Dominic ass Sagi for a long time. I when he first started, I called Dominic Sagi every week, and then all of a sudden, when he got with Judgment Day and he started just really developing his character, he has really come into his own. And for him to be a AAA champion as well as an Intercontinental champion, Dominic is definitely entertaining to watch on TV. And I love his cowardly character. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing the right thing with Dominic. They're doing the right thing with Stephanie Vaquer. But will they push Dominic to that main event spot where he can become the WWE champion? I'm pretty sure they will eventually.
Yeah, it's possible.
They will eventually, because Dominic is red hot right now. And I don't know. I just seeing this new generation coming up. For instance, Tony D'Angelo, Italian themed character, mob boss. He has had some great storylines, probably some of the best storylines in NXT. I don't know why he's not on main roster. And I don't know if it's like because he's injury prone or whatever, but he has probably some of the best chops when it comes to storytelling. But the thing is, he's stuck in that Italian character. And can he break out of that cultural Italian character? So it's not just like Black Brown, but we're talking about trying to stay true to who you are. Not like I say, certain people you can make the argument for, like we just talked about Dominic and Stephanie Vaquer. But when it comes to that main event picture, when it comes to the title runner, who's going to represent the company, WWE, I think they're going to have to get with the times, or they don't have to. They can keep on Cody Rhodes in it and Seth Rollins in it out for the next 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? They absolutely could do that. But we don't want to see it. I'm tired of seeing Drew and Cody. I'm tired of seeing Cody and whoever on the same 3-4 people wrestling each other on pay-per-views and main events. It's not even good storytelling. Let some of these other upstarts get some opportunities. Let them get some chances. Let's create some new storylines. I'm happy that Ilya Dragunov came and he won the belt against Sammy on SmackDown. What's that? The United States Championship? The US title? Yeah,
that was a big shakeup for WWE as a whole.
Absolutely, man. Ilya Dragunov is an absolute star. I love Ilya Dragunov, everything he is. Will he, and Rusev too, will they fall into that whole cultural thing where I don't know.
Well,
If
here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is something else I wanted to talk about too, is John Cena. John Cena is getting ready to retire from in-ring competition with the WWE. And his last match that he had with AJ Styles, they paid homage to a bunch of legends. You know, we had Randy Orton, we had a Red Edge moment, we had a Miz moment, and I really feel like even a Chris Jericho moment, and I really feel like it was not so much as an homage as everybody is thinking about, more of an Easter egg, more for like a, hey, this is what's getting ready to happen, you guys. A lot of these guys are getting ready to retire or coming up on a time frame where they're like, I don't really need to do it anymore, or maybe I can't do it anymore. You know, like Chris Jericho has been in it for a very long time. AJ Styles is getting ready to have his last run next year. Shinsuke Nakamura is getting ready to have his last run. Edge is getting ready to leave. We had Bubba Ray and Devon have their last match. Me and you know from sources that the Hardy Boys are getting ready to start transitioning on to no more having any more matches. So WWE is going to have to do something, because they're going to put themselves in a situation where you either got to make a superstar or you're not going to have a company, because everybody that has built up the company to where it is now is getting ready to leave.
yeah, they got the clone effect. You know what I'm saying? They've been trying to generate clones for so long that the authentic stars, when they do break through, it'd be such a shock, and they don't know what to do because they've been generating John Cena clones, The Rock clones. You know what I'm saying? All these people, and that happens when you have a school and you have a program and you have, you know, a process in which how you break and bring out superstars. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Dominic was one of those that was a shock, because I don't think they really expected people to start cheering for Dominic. Now,
Well, real quick, you talk about clones. Let's talk about clones real quick. Let's talk about what the WWE has in terms of clones. You got Braun Breaker, who is a clone of his father, undoubtedly. You know what I'm saying? But he could arguably be a clone of Brock Lesnar.
I would say more Goldberg and Brock Lesnar.
Okay, Goldberg. All right, I can definitely feel that. Then you have Miles Bourne down in NXT. He's the guy that is hearing impaired. He's the clone of Randy Orton. We saw that when they were standing next to each other, and Randy corrected him on how to do the pose. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different guys in WWE that are pretty much being molded to be who we are getting ready to lose. But here's the problem. Where are the black clones?
LP, you got something to say about that?
We don't have any black clones because we didn't have any black wrestlers. We didn't have any black stars that they put out in the limelight. Ricky Saints is a clone of The Rock, right?
I think he might resent that, but yeah.
Trick Williams is becoming a clone of Booker T.
Booker T, yeah.
So they're trying, and a lot of these superstars are trying to portray these next versions of the past. But at some point, you're going to have to let them just be themselves, because if you keep having these guys coming up and these women come up and they're like, oh, well, he reminds me of this person. Well, do they have an authentic self if you constantly being reminded of somebody from the past? Roxanne Perez reminds me so much of AJ Lee.
Well, I think that's kind of I agree, but I also a little bit disagree. Where I'm saying I a little bit disagree because I think wrestlers have always done that. Like Shawn Michaels got compared to Ric Flair a lot. Um, a lot of people would kind of like use kind of give you Macho Man vibes or Hogan vibes. I think it's like a generational thing where it's not necessarily a clone. It's just gonna make you think of other people. Like there's probably even Stone Cold. If you dig deep enough, I'm pretty sure there was some Stone Cold like wrestlers that old people were probably like, oh, he ain't nothing but this, or you know what I'm saying? He ain't nothing but that. So I think just like a lot of people say that LA Knight was like a mixture of Stone Cold and The Rock. A lot of people kept on putting that on LA Knight. You know, some of them I think purposely try to. I always thought Dolph Ziggler tried too much to be like Shawn Michaels, and
Yes.
that's why I liked Dolph, but I never really liked Dolph because he was trying too hard. Jericho had a lot of Shawn Michael like, you know what I'm saying? And Jericho even said that Shawn Michaels inspired him or whatever. So I think sometimes when a wrestler inspire you, you kind of pick up, you know what I'm saying? You kind of pick up their ways or something like that. But the problem that WWE has, for one, that they're not listening to their fans. Like the fans are pretty, even if it don't work, the fans been begging for LA Knight for 3 years. It's damn near 3 years. That man didn't even win he had one title shot, I think, against Roman. And even the Royal Rumble, the little Rumble that they had this past Monday, they could have let him do it, and he could have had Jay already had his chance. I'm pretty sure at this point CM Punk gonna win the belt. If he don't win the belt at this point in time, good lord, he need to go ahead and quit too. But I just think that they don't know how to make stars no more because just like Roosevelt said too, they're not letting them be themselves. And everything now is too PC. Like I know kayfabe is supposed to be dead, but like seeing Cody Rhodes get beat down 1 minute by KO and then being on a podcast the next day laughing and chucking it up, that don't help. That don't help the illusion of it. And I think that's too like wrestling if maybe this is the new wrestling for the next couple of years, but I don't know if you guys been keeping up with the ratings. SmackDown ratings have been the lowest it's ever been in like the last couple of like 2 or 3 months, or like maybe months. Like it's been super low. Raw ratings is going down. I looked at a couple of breakdowns from the whole ESPN thing. Like I know ESPN is probably regretting this whole deal because this numbers been going down. They charging people crazy rates to get into the building. You know what I'm saying? Like families can't even afford to go. You got to take a mortgage on your house just to go see a pay-per-view with only 5 matches. Like a pay-per-view with 5 matches. I mean, and just like Roosevelt said too, they got so many pay-per-views now, you ain't even got time to build no storylines. You ain't got no time because y'all got pay-per-view next week. Like I literally don't even be knowing when the pay-per-view's on until somebody talking about it's a pay-per-view coming up. And I'm like, damn, they just had one. So yeah, if somebody put me in a ballroom right now, I would be like, I'll fire everybody up in there. I'll fire everybody up in there and get some different people in there. Get all these wrestlers. Get some of these other wrestlers to come in and maybe not even necessarily to write the script, but let them put some input into something because what they got going on right now, the fans are not happy. I don't know if you guys looked at the dislike ratio to when Jey Uso won that thing. It's like 72,000 dislikes because it's like they fumbled Jay. If you really watch how they did Jey Uso, they really fumbled Jay because now people kind of tired of him a little bit. Same thing with Sami Zayn when they would call him Sammy Hogan. Like when you finally push these wrestlers, if you don't give them what they need, they gonna fail. Like if Cody Rhodes, why does everybody hate Cody Rhodes outside of him being born? Cody has no story. Cody has no character outside of him finishing the story. There hasn't been anything. So nobody's invested like there was for the bloodline. Like nobody, I'm not invested in none of these stories because by tomorrow, I give you a prime example. All right, the Vision. I think the Vision is the worst faction in WWE history. I take the X Factor over over the Vision. But even when they put the Vision together, they never explained why they put it together. They never explained why Bronson Reed would even work with Seth Rollins after he gave him 13 tsunamis.
and brought it up every single time.
Yeah, so it's like
bring it up every time. Yeah, I destroyed Seth Rollins with 50 tsunamis, and I decided to come and be his partner now. What?
With no explanation.
You really need him though, because you just killed him last show.
Yeah, man. Let me go over to Instagram real quick. Shout out to the Wrestling Guy store in Phoenix. They just joined on. But the Master Mir says creativity is key, personalized characters, and connection with the crowd. Yeah, all of those things are important. But if you do, I'm gonna pull back the veil. If the management ain't feeling the talent, it don't matter. It really don't. Because at the end of the day, management puts those people in those matches. Management books the matches. Management keeps the storylines going, depending on the town. Whenever you see them head to Texas or Southern California, they'll pull out the luchadors. They'll pull out the people who have Hispanic descent. Whenever they go overseas, and if they go to a country in Germany, they'll pull out their German wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? They know where to place people. You know what I'm saying? They know where to place people. So what I'm saying is, a good shakeup is good. That's why I kind of missed the draft. The draft was something that you can look forward to. With like, okay, now we're about to get a refresh. Now we're about to get a product refresh. Now they're adding talent. Is the solution to shake up and this is a question for you guys. Is the solution, right, to shake up the talent, shake up the roster by switching wrestlers to different brands, or is the solution to bring up and elevate the stars that are mainstays and stars in the NXT? Let me ask that to LP.
I'll say because doing the shakeup ain't gonna matter if they're not having no good storylines. You can shake it up all day. If they're not gonna do no more storylines, it's not gonna matter. Until they learn, I think the biggest thing, the disconnect from the audience. Like Logan Paul can do something and get a cheap pop and make a viral moment, but those fans are not going to turn back in and watch when Logan Paul's not there. I've said that before. So they have disconnected with the fans, trying to appease whoever they trying to appease, and you're losing your fans. And once you lose your diehard fan, we've been diehard fans, just like I said earlier. Some people watch it, they won't never watch it until 10 more years. But once you lose your diehard, your foundation, which is your fans, which they are losing because the numbers are showing it. Once you lose that, it's over with. All they got to do is connect with the fans. You ain't got to do everything that the fans want, but you see some of the stuff that the fans don't want. You can't be like, oh, we're going to do this anyway. You either going to, Triple H got that mentality. You either going to watch it or you ain't going to watch it. All right. Keep on thinking that people won't turn the channel and, not watch it. If they can connect and they can reconnect with the crowd again and bring back the storylines, because you got to have storylines or it's not interesting.
Yeah. I think they gotta allow the talent to be their authentic self.
No, not everybody. You can't let people be their authentic selves. Most of these people, they don't know who the hell they are, especially if they're coming from NXT. A lot of people
don't know who they are because they've been told to be something different.
You got a point.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know who they are because they've been told to be something different. Braun Strowman made interview. He had an interview, and he said, had WWE let him be his authentic self, he think he could have had some longevity in what he was able to do. You know, like a lot of these guys, like even R-Truth.
Do you believe that?
Huh?
Do you honestly believe that?
I think so, because the way they try to build him as this big monster, and then he got his ass whooped all the time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had this man go out there and flip over a semi truck, pull down a full
Titantron
setup, Titantron, and go in there and lose to somebody like me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Braun lost a lot to Roman. Braun lost all the time to Roman. Roman was the only person that had Braun's number. And it was quite frequently. Every time they fought, I was like, yeah, Roman gonna win this one. But you're right. I mean, you're right to an extent, man. You know, sometimes you can let wrestlers be themselves and they'll get over. But a lot of times, if the wrestlers are themselves, they don't know how to get over. You know what I'm saying? I think that, for instance, name, and I want to go around the room, name one wrestler on the current WWE roster right now that you believe if they let them go and be their full authentic self, then they will be a bigger superstar than what they already are. Let's go around the room. Go ahead, Roosevelt.
Javon Evans.
Javon Evans. Okay. All right. LP, who you got?
LA Knight. He already there. He's literally at the line right now, but they would not push him through. And I throw an extra one, just a little bonus one. Look at Dominic Mysterio. When they was trying to make him the baby face, that shit didn't work. When they let him, I don't know if it was his idea, but to me that seems more like a vibe that worked better than them trying to make him, oh, he's Ray's son, we love him, he blah blah blah. Nobody was feeling that. But when he became Dirty Dom, that gave him more of a character. And now that's why people are cheering him now, because they finally starting to like him a little bit. I say stay a heel. That's because I'm just a heel personality. But you know, I see what Roosevelt mean when he let them. If you fail being yourself, you fail. If you fail because of you doing what they told you to do, look at Keith Lee talking about some damn Bearcat.
Bearcat. I hated that. Boy, I was mad when I saw it. I was like, what the hell is a Bearcat? Then they had to do the explanation. Oh, who was part of Bearcat? And I'm like, shout out to the original Bearcat. But they didn't need to do that. He was already over.
Yeah. Look at Karen Cross.
And they have a problem with striking while the iron is hot on a couple of wrestlers. Keith Lee was one of those guys who could have been world champion and had a very interesting character, but for some reason they just I don't know what the problem with them and Keith Lee was, and that's a couple other people too.
That was Vince. Vince didn't believe. I watched the interview with Keith Lee talked about it. Vince didn't believe in the Keith Lee character, so that's why he thought the whole whatever the hell reason he thought. So that was some Vince McMahon mess right there. So it still goes back to that's like Roosevelt. You get your WWE contract, and they see what you have been doing that works for you, and they be like, we want you to be a little bit sassy and be like be Adrian Adonis. We want you to be a pretty boy like the maximum male models.
We gonna call you Jangalang Lee. You got to be Jangalang Lee. You can't be Roosevelt no more wearing the suits. You got to be Jangalang Lee, and you got to wear colorful pinstripes as your outfit and get that over.
Yeah.
You gonna say no?
Wow. After a while, that frustration gonna come to the surface, and then people gonna see it. And then you're gonna have issues with the company, and the company gonna have issues with you. And then you be on the independence talking about, man, forget them people. No, I ain't doing all that.
All because you ain't want to be Jangalang Lee.
Yeah, I
Huh?
agree.
Jack,
Roosevelt, like I want to ask you like a serious question with the current way WWE is now, and you see the writing, you see how bad it is, you see how they doing stars, you seeing how it's working, you see how people are not becoming stars, and they're really kind of messing their careers up. If you had an opportunity to go to WWE today, main roster, not NXT, knowing what you know, would you wait or would you jump on it and be like, well, at least I'll be on TV, even though it could permanently damage, you know what I'm saying? Like some of these other wrestlers who have damaged their careers by what they've done to them. Would you jump on that contract?
I would have a very strong negotiation with WWE, and I would find out exactly what the direction would be for 2 years. Let's say if my contract's for 5 years, I want to know what my direction is for the next 2 years. If you can't tell me what you would do with me for the next 2 years, I can't work with you. Because WWE has always had the mindset of, I'm not booking for today. I'm booking for WrestleMania 45, 47, 49. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't tell me what you got planned for me in the next 2 years, I got to stay right here where I'm at.
Okay, I can see that.
yeah, that's kind of hard decision to make when your stomach touching your back. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these wrestlers, well, they like, hey man, I don't care what the contract says. Book me.
I'm a little skeletal right now, but at the end of the day, you know, could I capitalize on that opportunity after being released? That is very iffy. I know a lot of guys that are back on the independents that are sitting around like, hey man, you know, I'm here. And then people are like, yeah, that's great. Welcome back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars going to different shows. Now there are some that are doing it, but they're not booked every weekend. You know what I'm saying? If I go to WWE and they utilize me however they utilize me, and then I get released within 2 years, 3 years, I want to be able to get released and go work at another company and get just as much money, or work on independence and get more. I don't want to leave. I don't want to be released and have less. I want to be able to make more.
Yeah, and then some people still got them champagne caviar prices and expectations when they leave too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names, but you know, I remember. I remember a couple of like a few months ago. I have reached out to a released WWE star for an interview to come on the podcast. They were interested in doing it. They wanted to do it, and they asked for some payola. Now we don't do payola on this show. If we do pay somebody, they have to be very special or very important for us to do it. So I just quietly asked, all right, you know, I'm thinking that they might want $100, $200. It was a female. She said $5,000 for the interview. And in my head, I'm like, Trick, who do you think you are? So I was like, no. Hey, $5,000 to talk to you? No. But when you have the WWE banner in your back or the AEW banner in your back and like, I've worked for X companies, you have some negotiating power versus somebody that's never been there and made it to the big dance. You know what I'm saying? So this whole conversation was to just say that, you know, even though wrestling is as hot as it has ever been, I think that the WWE is losing. I'm not going to say they're losing their core base, but I will say that they are losing tractions. They're losing traction right now.
They're fighting against the grain. That's the issue. They're fighting against the grain right now.
Can we stop saying that WWE is as big as it's ever been? Because I don't think it is. Like, I don't, now number wise, maybe it is, But only reason why I numberize, you should have higher numbers when you got everything in the damn ring sponsored and stuff like that. But when I say it's not as big as it was, because when it was as big as it was, Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, even if you didn't watch wrestling, you knew who certain people was. And that's why I said now it's not like that, because outside of Roman, none of the other wrestlers on the roster, including Jimmy, including Jay, including Sammy, including any of these other wrestlers, if you walked around, we should do that. We should do that one day. We should walk around the city and have a picture of Stone Cold and ask a random person, you know who this is? Then ask them Ric Flair, Undertaker, and then post a picture of LA Knight, post a picture of Karrion Kross, post a picture of Dominic Mysterio. I bet you Diamond the Donuts that most people are not gonna know these people. We were getting suspended in school for saying suck it. Like, do you I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember getting in trouble. Like, NWO for life. Like that, we were throwing up gang signs like we was talking about rider and body like Conan, and you know what I'm saying, and the boys. Like the who was the boys in WW had that song I Hate Rap. That damn song charted on the country charts. You remember that song I Hate Rap, Rap is Crap?
Yeah, from Mr. Perfect, right?
Yes, that song charted on the country charts. You know what I'm saying? You had the Ruthless Aggression album when you had all the rappers doing the remixes of the albums. On like that's when wrestling was at its peak. Wrestling is not as they Michael Cole and them like to say that mess, and they try to brainwash you. Wrestling is not as big as it's ever been. Financially, yes, but like culturally, it is not nowhere close to what it used to be.
I don't know. You can make the argument that it is, man, because wrestling is more mainstream more than ever. You do see a lot more celebrities, entertainers, wrestlers. Entertainers, actors that are getting into wrestling again. You go to these WWE live events, and they have entertainers from all spectrums of every genre of entertainment that are there at these shows. Now, obviously, some of them are plants because they are going to be on Netflix and so forth and so on. And so the company puts them there, especially if they have to promote something. But you could arguably say that right now, this is what I'll say. Being biggest as ever been, that's subjective, right? Because in our minds, it's never going to be as big as it was when we was teenagers watching it, going crazy over it. But the reality of it is that WWE has a lot more reach now than they have ever had with this partnership with Disney, with them having all of these international markets and doing all of these international shows. So when you say big, I think it has more reach. I think it has more buying power when it comes to the fans, supporting WWE, no matter if the major companies see it as a loss or not. WWE does have diehard fans. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to see y'all do better. That's it. It's better. Fans, let us know what you think about the state of WWE right now, state of wrestling right now. Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? Is it the biggest that it's ever been, or is WWE losing connection with their fans? Inquiring minds would like to know, and we don't know, so we're just going to speculate. All right, fellas, this has been a very interesting dialogue. I mean, the show that we had planned, we did not do. So we were going to talk about main event and all kind of matches and all kinds of stuff. We had videos that we was going to show you and some plugs and promotions, but I think that this conversation was needed, just because it touches on how we as fans feel about the product as a whole, right? And where it is with us. And I can personally say I haven't watched Raw or SmackDown within the last 3-4 weeks. I've been catching clips ever since they switched over to Disney. I haven't been watching as frequently. What does that say? Am I tripping, or is the product losing touch? Do they not have any good storylines going on? Or is it, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I don't know when the last time y'all actually sat down and watched the whole Monday Night Raw SmackDown. I haven't watched SmackDown since they moved from Fox. I don't even know what channel SmackDown come on. So I
don't. No, I just watch. I watch clips. It's a couple of YouTubers I like. Bobby Monsoon. We need to try to get him. I don't know if you ever got to watch Bobby Monsoon. He is hilarious. I'm about to send y'all his link. He does a Raw and SmackDown and pay. He does the reviews all the time. He's hilarious. And there's a couple other people I watch, but like sitting down and watch it. I got Netflix. It'd be Monday, and I'd be like, man, I ain't watching this shit.
I'm gonna watch Love Island. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that and to be honest with you, I'm contemplating about going to the show this weekend because WWE comes to Tempe, Arizona on Friday, and I started looking at the tickets, and I'm like, do I need to sell a kidney or some feet pictures online to get these tickets, or do I just stay my ass at home? So we'll see.
Are those the cheap tickets or the good tickets? What they running?
Those are the cheap tickets. The cheap tickets. Well, I can't say it. I will say that they've lowered their prices a little bit. The cheap tickets that I saw were like either 130 or the seat where you over by the entranceway, the back of the entranceway was like $98. So I guess that's a good ticket. But if you want to sit camera side, like hard cam, across from hard cam, you're gonna pay some money for them tickets. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna pay some money. $300-$400. Yeah.
What event? Is it a house show? Or they don't do house shows.
No, this is a televised show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Televised show. Yeah, you're gonna pay more than $130 for the ticket. And wrestling is the only thing that I can think of that I would want to pay $100-$300 for, except for like a Beyonce or Chris Brown ticket. You know what I'm saying? Those WWE has now reached Beyonce, Chris Brown ticket prices.
Or Super Bowl.
Prices. You know what I mean? Hold on, fellas. We got a late bloomer. Chef Showtime is in the building.
We got the whole crew on the show, y'all.
Yeah, the whole crew on the show.
What's good?
What's up, Chef? How you feeling, man?
I'm getting better. I'm good.
Hey, Chef, you coming to the Mall Mania show in December?
This one, I'm definitely showing. This last one, there's a lot of family issues happen at the moment, but I'm going to this one definitely.
Yeah, because we need you as a judge for the food truck battle royal that's going to be happening, brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, now that we mentioned it, let's talk about the event right quick before we turn off. Make sure that you guys check out Mall Mania event if you're in Greensboro, North Carolina, December 14th. In Greensboro, we have the Mall Mania event. It's a charity fan expo, and it's created to raise awareness and money for Blue Hearts for Autism and also community programs and our community partners. So we have a live wrestling show with like 33 very, very talented wrestlers, some very notable people in that roster, and we put on one hell of an event, the first Mall Mania, and this one is going to blow the roof off the building. So we are so excited about that. We just got our host, and so we're so excited about the introduction and the inclusion of our host, Radio Big Mac, from Wild and Out. He's going to be hosting the show, man, and that's going to be amazing. He's a huge wrestling fan. He's a huge foodie, and he is a friend of the show. So Radio Big Mac is going to be there for Mall Mania, and he's going to be with all the shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? So come and check out Radio Big Mac. We also are having the Sir Mo Battle Royal in remembrance of Sir Mo. So again, we want to send our condolences to the family of Sir Mo. But we are going to do the Sir Mo Invitational in December in honor of Sir Mo. So make sure that you are here to check that out. It's going to be great. And we have from Hell's Kitchen, Sterling Wright, who is going to judge the food truck battle royal, and it's going to be amazing. If you're not familiar with Chef Sterling Wright, he was on season 13 of Hell's Kitchen, probably one of the most memorable and fan favorites from the season 13 episode season. Lost Chef. But yeah, make sure that you guys check out Chef Sterling Wright. And then we got some bomb ass matches for you guys. Real quick, Roosevelt just announced his matches.
Yeah, absolutely. So match number 1, we got St. Julius versus Jamari Jice, and we've had Jamari Jice on the show last week. He's able to come up here and tell his story. So this right here is going to be an amazing match, to say the least. Match number 2, we got our champion Maverick Vo defending against Jack Tatum. It's going to be one of the most hard-hitting matches on the entire card. The entire show has hard-hitting matches altogether, but this one has a lot of story behind it, as Jack Tatum has been taunting and chasing Maverick Vo for a while. So excited to see what's going to happen with that one. Match number 3, we have, oh man, this right here is the reason why we're going to need to buy a new building, because Diego Hill and Dante Smiley are going to tear the city apart as Dante comes and defends the OIWA television title. So make sure you come out and check that out. Next match that we have on the card, the women are going to come out and they're going to show out. We got Sahara the 7th against Amira Rose, and Amira was at the last Mall Mania show. She was in the triple threat match against Savannah Evans and CeCe Young. So she's returning back to Mall Mania in December, and she will take on Sahara 7. Next match we have is Savannah Evans against Amanda Kiss, which is going to be one to watch for. These two young ladies, they tab all over the East Coast and West Coast whenever they have their moments to be able to do those travels, and they're bringing their shenanigans and their hard-hitting factors to Mall Mania December 14th. Next match that I'm very, very invested in is RJ Weaver against the OG, Triple OG, Michael Devine. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be a old school versus new school type of deal. RJ Weaver was in at the last Mall Mania show. He was in that 4-way cruiserweight match. And Uncle Triple OG, Michael Devine, was in the very first Sir Mo Invitational Battle Royal. And now he's going to step in the ring with RJ Weaver. Next up, we got this match is going to be the match that people are going to talk about for a very, very long time. It's the Christmas Chaos Tag Team Gauntlet match where we have infamous Jarrett Martin and CJ Evans against Age's Legacy. It's Caprice Coleman and his son Chase Coleman. Then we have XLG in the mix. We got Pure Temptation and we got the Pink Pride Nation, Caden Pierre and James Anthony, that are going to be stepping into the ring at December's Mall Mania Christmas Chaos show. This match right here, I'm gonna let you talk about this match, Brian, because this is your match right here.
I have been curating and cultivating this match for so long, and when I'm a big fan of Shane Mercer, I'm a big fan of Blade Brown, and I know we've had Blade with us for some time. Blade absolutely deserves this spot. Shane Mercer is an absolute viral sensation. He is a great wrestler, great personality to talk to, and I know that him and Blade Brown will tear down the house. This match will go viral. I don't see any other way around it. And for people that's not familiar with Blade Brown, go and check out his work. People that's not familiar with Shane Mercer, go check out his work. But I know from All Mania, Shane Mercer versus Blade Brown, that's the top of the card on any card. You hear what I'm saying? So I am excited about this. And one of our co-main events.
Yes. Now this one has a storyline above any storyline. We got the Pantheon versus Brute City. We got the Beer City Bruiser, and then we have Brutality Inc. teaming up to take on the Pantheon. If you guys were at the last show, you know Mark James and Joe Black have their issues. I got issues with both of them. So I'm excited to see exactly what's going to go down in this and who is going to come out on top. Would it be the Pantheon or will Brutality Inc. finally get their just dues as they team up with Beer City Bruiser? You're on mute.
Absolutely. And one of the other matches that we have is the legendary Lodi. He's going to be in action against Sean Cruz. We do have some. I have to break kayfabe. Sean Cruz recently sustained an injury. Hopefully he recovers from that injury. So we bid you healing journeys, healing energy and healing journeys, my friend. But just in case Sean Cruz is not cleared to fight, there will be a special guest in that spot. Who will it be? You have to go to the show to see. I don't know. Got to come to the show, but hopefully Sean is good and he can go. If not, then obviously we're gonna have to play somebody else in that spot. And Sean, is definitely still gonna be a part of the show. He is a great talent, and we wishing you a speedy recovery, my friend. But that match, whoever Lodi faces, whether it be Sean Cruz or whether it be a special guest, that match will be absolute fire too. So shout out to Lodi. Thank you for being on the show. You absolute legend. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to everybody that's going to be a part of this Small Mania event. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to see the action. LP, you went to the last show, man. What you think about the matches in the event?
Oh, I had a good time, man. It was a great event. I mean, I think everybody really did an amazing job. And I think that it was fun seeing a lot of people who typically have never seen a wrestling match, whether it's indie or professional, just get engulfed and just be like, oh my God, like there's people who thought that people died in the ring.
Roosevelt was one of them, boy. That shot from Joe Black, boy.
Hey,
woo, made my nipples hurt, nigga. I'm just saying this is oh God. Yeah. But yeah, LP brought up a good point, man. The show was made to introduce people to wrestling again. And if you haven't seen a wrestling show, if you've been to a WWE event, you be like, I need something different. The indie scene has some very, very good cards, very good wrestling. Shout out to UPW in North Carolina. Shout out to DCW in North Carolina. Roosevelt, you know all the companies, man. Shout out a couple of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to DCW. Shout out to AML. Shout out to 5-Star Pro Wrestling, UPW, Newborn Wrestling, Extreme Shock. We got a lot of companies that we're working with. In fact, we got a event happening next Wednesday, October the 29th, where a lot of the companies are going to come together. We're going to put on a trunk or treat event for the community. So you guys make sure you come out to 4908 Alpinus Drive, Suite 112, Raleigh, North Carolina. Come get you some candy. Come get you some autographs. Come buy you some tickets. Come listen to some amazing music by none other than DJ Danny Ocean. He's going to be in the building, spinning the ones and twos. And shout out to AML and WrestleCade. That's right. We are going to be at the WrestleCade event the entire weekend, where we will be promoting, talking to people, getting some interviews. Roosevelt interviews. Everybody is coming back for the entire weekend, along with my co-partner that's going to be there, even though I don't like him too much, but I respect him. Alex Evans will be in the building.
Yeah, I gotta coexist.
Yeah, we gotta coexist. We gotta come to one commonality so that way we can get to one big goal, and that is to get all of you to come to the Mall Mania event. So you guys make sure you come by our table, buy all our merchandise, buy everything. Buy every single thing we're gonna have on the table, because I don't want to leave with nothing. I don't want to leave with nothing. So come buy everything, come buy tickets, come see us, come see all the interviews we're gonna get. And you guys make sure you tune in every week and see what interviews that we're going to show right here on the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast.
Absolutely, man. So y'all make sure y'all go check that out. All right, fellas. It's been a while since we all did this, and since Chef jumped on last, man, I'm gonna have you go first, sir. Chef Showtime, we gotta leave the people with a little bit of motivation. Gotta leave the people with a word. Do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
My final word: believe in yourself, because nobody else will.
Absolutely. Believe in yourself, because nobody else will. That is a final word from your boy, Chef Showtime. Fire Triple H. I mean, boy, what's your name? LP. LPZ, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
I think I just keep it real simple. Like, you were here for a reason, so make sure you show the world why you was put here.
Absolutely. You were put here for a reason.
You here to irritate me, LP.
What you say?
You was put here to irritate me.
They ain't even been on a whole 10 minutes. They already at each other's throats. I love it.
Hey, too. Make sure you come too, because Roosevelt said he got Braun Strowman, but he gonna be sweeping the floors for the guys at the Mall Mania, since he ain't doing shit else.
Yeah, like they said they're gonna have Gunther taking out the trash, though. You know.
Coming back soon.
I was about to say, what Gunther? I ain't seen Gunther in a while.
They fired Gunther. He ain't coming back at all.
Oh, man.
That's big money. He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. Oh, man. Roosevelt, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Yeah, man. Accountability. I know that's a big and tough word for a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to take it, but sometimes that's what you need to do. You need to take accountability for your actions, for your words, for the things that you lack in, and for the things that you can change. Take accountability for yourself, and just, be a stand-up person. That's my final word for the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast.
Absolutely. That was a great word from your boy, Roosevelt. Well, beautiful people, if I had to give you a final word, there's this term called a go-getter. And a go-getter is a person who is a self-starter. A go-getter is a person who gets things done. A go-getter is a person who doesn't ask for permission. They make sure they make things happen for themselves and for their families. Quote unquote hustler in these terms, a go-getter. Well, beautiful people, I am imploring you to be a go-giver. Give of your time. Give of your energy to people who deserve it. Give back to the community. Give a little piece of yourself to the world. Be a go-giver, because go-givers build the community. Go-givers build connection and relationships, and go-givers make things happen where money is absent. Be a go-giver in your life. Go give somebody something that's not bad. Don't give nobody nothing that's bad. But go give people a piece of you. Give people some motivation. That's why we do this segment on the show each week. So you can be a go-getter, but if you want to build long-lasting relationships, if you want to go to that next level, then you have to be selfless. You have to be a go-giver. That is a final word from your boy, Brian Renegade. Oh, man. All right, fellas, let's go around the table. LP, what you got going on, and where can the people find you?
You can follow me on my Instagram and see pretty much everything I got going on. One Click Photography Shoots with an S. Fashion show November the 8th. Halloween party in Raleigh, North Carolina, Halloween night. And a couple of other things that's in the works. So just tap in and tune in.
Absolutely. Let me borrow $1. That is your boy, LP. We got it going on. Chef Showtime, what you got going on, and where can the people find you?
Right now, I'm working on getting this food truck, so we can expand our business. Put us everywhere. And you can find me on Dante Carter on Facebook, Chef Showtime Facebook. Yeah.
Absolutely. Go follow Chef Showtime and everything that he got going on. And when he get that food truck up and running, make sure you first in line. Roosevelt, what you got going on, and where can the people find you?
Man, just wrestling every weekend. This Sunday, I'm in Raleigh for Gouge Pro Wrestling. Next week, I'm in Marion, North Carolina for main event. The following weekend, November the 8th, I will be in Mount Pleasant, North Carolina for Square Circle Champions. November the 20th, I will be back at the Marine Base at Cherry Point. And then the weekend of the 28th, I will be in Winston-Salem, North Carolina for WrestleCade. And then December 14th, we back at the mall, back to do it again. You know what I'm saying? So you guys make sure you get your tickets, mallmaniaevent.com. Get your tickets now because they are selling really, really fast. They're selling faster than the McRib. Okay, every time it comes out, it's selling faster than the snack wraps when it comes out. Okay, I'm hungry. That's why I'm talking about food. Don't mind me.
I said, well, you better start eating McDonald's. You know they just found some human teeth in a human ring.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry. Allegedly.
Don't do that.
Allegedly.
But make sure you guys follow me on my TikTok, official _ Mr. Everything. No, I ain't changed it yet. Don't judge me. Judge your llama and your mama. Okay, I just been busy. I ain't had time. I'm gonna get to it before the year's out. I'm gonna change it. All right, just give me some time. But you guys make sure you follow me on Instagram as well, Roosevelt the Fighter.
Absolutely, man. And y'all can follow me at Brian Renegade, see everything that I got going on. Obviously, we got the Mall Mania show that's coming up, so make sure you go check that out. Like Roosevelt said, go ahead and get your tickets now. It's the Wrestling and Gaming Expo. We got the live pro wrestling. We have a WWE 2K25 gaming tournament. We have an interactive live fan zone. We have a meet and greet. Live music by DJ Danny Ocean. We have an express hiring event. So if you are looking for a job in the greater Greensboro area, make sure you go and check out our express hiring event that we got going on during this event. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So if you're looking for a good job, come on out to the mall, right in smack dab in the middle of the mall, and you can get you a job with the express hiring event. As well as the food truck battle royal hosted by Chef Sterling Wright. So y'all make sure y'all go get your tickets for that. That's going to be great. Try some samples, meet Chef Sterling Wright, maybe get on TV. Who knows? Plenty of things can happen. Also, If you want to do some gaming, if you're bored and you're sitting at home and you need something to do, well, you can go to legacyarcade.com, type in the code, or sign up and type in the code LUCKY2, and you can win money. So you can play games from the comfort of your own home. If you're at work and you got some free time and you need something to do and you want to win some extra money, some gas money, get your luck with the duck. And go to legacyarcade.com, put in the promo code LUCKY2, and you can get your luck with the duck. Absolutely. And then obviously you can support our supporters. Shout out to Nature Made, shout out to Marriott Bonvoy, shout out to all of them. It's a lot of them. It's about 14 of them. But shout out to all of them for continuing to support us. So go to the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast.com and support our supporters. You can click on the links and you can get all kind of discounts and all that jazz, man. We also got a WWE store as well. So we're WWE affiliates. Both the show and Roosevelt is affiliate as well. So you can get some brand new WWE merchandise from the WWE shop. Make sure that you go to WWE shop and put in the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast and tell them that your boys sent you there to get some merchandise. Also, shout out to Blue Hearts for Autism. It's a nonprofit organization that we support. If you want to support Blue Hearts for Autism, go to the website, Blue Hearts for Autism, or you can go to the Mall Mania event. You can donate right off the Mall Mania event, or you can purchase a ticket, and that'll go towards supporting our mission of connecting with families and providing resources to people within these communities. All right. That's it. That's all I got. You know what? We're going to have Chef. Damn it, as soon as I say his name, he just dip off.
Yeah,
We're going to have LP.
LP gonna have problems.
Oh, LP jumped off. My bad. All right. Chef Showtime, I want you to help us in the show, man. You ready?
Let's get it.
All right. Just give me a damn. I'm going to point to you. All right, beautiful people, Best Damn Nation, we will see you next week on the next Best
Damn
Wrestling Podcast. Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure. Chef, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Roosevelt, my dog. Hey, listen, we're going to have one hell of an event. Mall Mania, get your tickets now. This is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Signing off. We bid you adieu.